All right, got this Model 3 Performance just rolled in. Needs a air filter. So I'm gonna change some air filters on this Model 3. I got a few tools here. That should be all that we need. Let's get her rolling. Get out of here, buddy.
There you go.
Watch out. First thing we gotta do is open up the cabin air, or open up the door. Change the cabin air filters. And then we have to remove this panel, and we also have to remove this panel right here with the lights. And remove these poppers. I think there's like 4 or 5 of those poppers. I'll go remove those, and then I'll show you where the door is to change the cabin filter. All right, so the first thing we got to do is we have to remove these poppers right here. So you just take a screwdriver, flat tip, and we're going to pry this thing. If I can get that in film there. Pry this thing down, maybe. Get it started like that. And then we're gonna grab some needle nose pliers that we have right here. And I'm gonna grab that and pull that out. And I have to do that, I think, a few times, but it should come right out. Hopefully I don't damage these things. But regardless, they'll come out. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get that in the shot there. All right, I got a hold of it, and I'll try to get a better view here. All right, and I came right out of there. Nice and easy, came right out. So that was all that was holding it, and we'll set that down in the floorboard there, and we'll work on the rest of these. It looks like there is 1, we took out that one, that's 2, 3. Looks like there's 3 or 4 of these things. So I'll remove those, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like underneath there. All right. So we got those removed, so let's see if I can remove it. It's coming on out. All right. And it came on down. I had a plug right there that was for that light. And I got a plug right here for the speaker. And it looks like it just pulls up out of there. Could be wrong. There it is. And I pull that up out of there, and it comes on out. All right, so we'll set that aside. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta remove this side panel right here. So I'll remove this side panel. So let's see here. I'm gonna start at the top. It's just poppers, and it pops out pretty easy. I'm gonna slide this floor mat out of the way so you can see what we're doing. But you see the gap right here. I'm just gonna stick my hand in here. I'm just gonna pull these out. There we go. And it comes right out, right? All right. And there's the side panel. And like I said, it just has these little poppers on it, and they pop right out. Doesn't look like any of them are damaged. And we're just trying to reveal up in here. Right? And this is where our cabin air filter is going to be in a Model 3. All right. So the filters are behind, let's see if I can get this in here. This orange wire, if you follow it up, there is a little Torx screw. I don't know if I can get that in filter there or in the shot. Trying my best here. It's kind of hard to see. Way up in here, there is a Torx bit, and you can kind of see it. It's kind of shiny, but there's a Torx bit. I'm gonna go grab that, and I'll tell you what size it is. All right, give me a second. All right, so down here in the floorboard, if you follow that orange wire up, you see that Torx fitting right there? That's a T15. If you remove that T15, it opens this door. So I'm gonna remove that right now. I'll show you guys the filters. They lay right behind there, and so does the evaporator. So we'll see if I can get that on film there. Maybe. Let me give me a second. All right, now I'm in there. So we're gonna remove that real quick. Sorry for the flicker. It's really tight up here. Let's see if I can get focus. There we go. Remove that bolt real quick. We'll pull off that door. We'll see what's behind there and how these filters look. All right, so there's the bolts. Jump in there. I'll try to grab that out of there. Couple more turns. And I got it. All right. There's the bolt, that T15. We'll come out here. We should be able to grab this door. And once this door comes out, watch the wires. All right. There's your filters. All right. And they should have 2 tabs on them, and they're double stacked. I'll try to get this out of the way. But you're going to grab the top filter first, and the tab's up there. So you're going to grab that right here, the tab, and you're going to pull that thing out of there. And there it comes. So you pull that thing up out of there. Try to watch the wires. Pull that thing up out of there. And there's one filter. All right. And then you've got another filter that is down low. That's right there. So you're gonna try to grab that. Try to get a good shot of it. Get this fucking thing out of the way. Yeah, it's really tight in here, and I apologize. But there's a filter in here, and it's down low. You have to lift it up. Lift it up, and then pull it out. There it is. And then you grab that, and this one should be the dirty one. So you pull this one out. Watch the wires. And there's your 2 filters, all right? And as you can see, there's all kinds of stuff on there. So we'll change that, put the new ones in, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so we got the new filters, and they're sitting right here. As you can see that they have an arrow on them, so they go in this way, so you can grab the tabs out the side, and they're double stacked. So you make sure that both tabs are sitting here, so you can grab them. This one will be lower, and that one will be higher. Make sure the arrow is facing towards the driver. So I'm gonna install those right now. And hopefully I can get a good shot of this. So we'll get the light set up again. And we'll try to get this in here. We can move this wire, we'll move that out the way. All right, and there's the hole we gotta go in. And as you can see, the arrow is facing towards the driver. All right, you put that in the chute here, hopefully. And it goes in. And it goes in and it falls in, right? And then you make sure the tab is facing right here, and then you stack the other one on top of that, and then you should be good to go. And that should take care of the smell the driver was complaining about. I'll take this one right here. And I gotta watch that wire. Kind of hard with one hand, but it's actually pretty simple if you had 2 hands. You put this in here. Set it in there. And then, as I said, watch your wire. And you just kind of send that in there. It's like every cabin filter you've ever done. Don't let it be intimidating because it's a Tesla. All right, so we got a tab out. And the other tab, I can get up there. Excuse me. We have the other tab out there. So I'll fold that down, and then I'll put the Torx fitting right there, and then we should be good to go and test it out and put the car back together. Okay, so then we'll take this piece right here with the orange wires on it that I tucked way up in here. All right, and we'll put that back. That's the door that covers the filters. All right, we'll put that back over there, make sure it fits somewhat securely. And then I'm going to use the T15 that I took out, and I'm going to secure that, and then I'll put the panels back on. They just pop back in, and then we'll try it out and see how it does. All right, and I have the door all secured up there, and I have the bolt secured. So the next thing we're going to do is put on this side panel, and then put the lower dash on, and then we're ready to try it out. So I'll move this mat out the way. And let's put the lower side on, the lower dash panel. It only goes on one way. It's those resilient plugs that go on there, so I'll put those on there. And it just kind of sits up in here. We'll make sure that it fits. Obviously that's not correct, so we'll get it up in there and then push it up on there. That looks better. And we'll push, and eventually we'll find those clips. So we'll look, and there's one right there. There's one, and there's two, and it just pushes back in there. And you just follow your way in here till it clicks all the way up. All right, and then that's secure. Once that's secure, and then we drop the panel that goes back up top. So we gotta make sure we hook up the electrical. So here's the panel again. Move my light out the way. Shine some light. All right, and I'll lay the panel down the way that it came down, which was this way. Right, and then we have our light switch over here, and then we have our speaker switch that should be over here somewhere. And there it is. I had tucked it up out of the way. So there's your speaker switch. So first thing we're gonna hook up is our speaker switch, and it just presses up in there. It only goes in one way. Well, difficult with one hand, but we'll get it. And it just pushes in. All right. And then we've got our light switch. And our light switch, we need to get closer to the lights. And it also only goes in one way. Let's see if I can hold this and do this at the same time. All right. And it goes in here to the side, right? And then it pushes in there. I'll try to get that on camera for y'all. And it pushes in there, right? And then if you had to remove it, it just pulls out, right? But it has that tang, and you just push that into there. There you go. And it's secure. And then you're gonna put those poppers back in there, and it should be ready to go. So I'll place that back up in there, and then I'll get back with you. All right, so I had a bad view of this before. I'll try to get a better view for you guys. But I have that all back up in there with the poppers. And then this only goes in one way, right? Oop, dropped it. So we have this. Let's see if I can get a shot. And it's tapered, and it looks a certain way, right? It only goes in there one way. So you're gonna try to push that in there just till it retains, all right? So I can get my camera to focus. But we're gonna put that up in here. See if I can get that on film. Put that here, and you're gonna rotate it in there because it's just a hole, right? So you're gonna hold that up in there, maybe, and it'll go. And then once it goes in there, you just push it back up in there until it locks, and now it's secure. So I have to do that to all the other ones as well. So there's this one right here. There's that one. I'll push that one in. And then there's another one that is here. So this is number 3. 3. And then I've got number 4, which is all the way over here on the end. Let's go my electrical and my speaker. And then I just have to put this popper in here. That's the finishing touches. All right. So then I'll clean up my tools, and then we'll see if that smell's gone out of here. All right, so now we're back in the car. We're gonna turn the AC on, and we're gonna see if that smell's gone. All right, turn the AC up. Got the AC on. You smell anything?
It smells clean to me.
It smells like a clean, brand new filter. So As you can see, you can pay $1 million for Tesla to do it, or you can do it yourself with a little bit of know-how and a little bit of elbow grease. Well, that completes the video. Thanks for watching.